R&B diva, Vanity. She's up next. Let's talk. What's up, everybody, and welcome back over here to Pepe's Point of View. I am your host, your R&B historian, Pepe. And let's talk. Let's finish talking R&B diva Vanity. Yes, I said in the beginning that it was going to be just one video, but I decided to make it a part two because I got to a point at the end of that first video. I was like, I think I kind of got a feel of where I'm going with this Vanity story in my head, rather. And, well, I have a lot of questions. And I think I'm getting some answers. Just in my head. I'm talking about my head, right? So let's continue. So, to briefly recap what I talked about in the first video, just the key points. So here you have Vanity. She has started out as a protege of Prince, and Prince wants to call her Vagina. Okay? And she's like, well, no, I don't want to be called that. And so she's been, her name, her acting name, her stage name or whatever is Vanity. With the name like that, Vagina, then you obviously know what this is going to be about, how she's going to be, marketed. And of course, you have the song Nasty Girl, and we already know what that's about, right? And for the most part, I don't hear any music by Vanity again. I'm talking about me. I know that she released more music, but I don't hear any more music from her. To me, that's like the song, Vanity's signature song, of course, but that's it. And then, of course, when she leaves Prince's camp to go over to sign with Motown, and, Barry Gordy and all the people over there, are saying, I guess, that they had a better offer than what was, Prince had going on. And so we have Apollonia. And to a person such as myself, I'm looking like, oh, okay, well, you got Vanity 6, you have Apollonia 6, no brainer. Apollonia is just pretty much picking up where, Vanity left off. It is what it is in my head, right? We can easily say, no, Apollonia is this and Vanity is that. There's no comparison, or that Apollonia was not trying to fill in, Vanity's place. But I would like to think so. I'm pretty sure if I go and look, at an interview, watch an interview that Apollonia has done, maybe Apollonia has said that there was other things going on. It is what it is. Vanity 6 is Vanity 6, and Apollonia 6 is Apollonia 6. Maybe, that would be her take on it. It is what it is. And also, too, I mentioned about Madonna in my head, that Madonna's movie career and Vanity's music career are similar. Vanity's image and Madonna's image are similar. Their vocal capabilities are similar, but the music catalog is different. That's the only thing I can see. Well, of course, one is Caucasian, the other one is, African American, black, or whatever you. But I ended the other video, and as I was uploading the other video, something came to my mind when I was thinking about the 1980s, the latter part of the 1980s, when I was thinking about Vanity's career. I think I was almost going somewhere with it, and then just now I realized the role that she played in Action Jackson, she was a singer, who obviously, is addicted to, DURGS, right? And that's pretty much what her real life, that's her in real life as well, right? So in my head, I was about to say that what I was talking about in the last video, I was talking about, well, who's guiding Vanity's career? Like, meaning, you have the agents and you have the managers, right? And you have the record companies. So who's the person that's making the day-to-day business decision for her as far as her image, her likeness, or her music in the movies? Who are these people, or who is this person? Now, in my head, I would like to think, when I think about a movie such as The Last Dragon, when I think about a movie such as Action Jackson, it seems to me, though, and you could, disagree with me on this one, but it seems as if Vanity's career, she's moving away from sex and DURGS in rock and roll. Now, I'm talking about her career, not her personal life. It's almost as if she's not being risque. If we look at her movie career. But if we look at her music career, she's smack dead center in the midst of all of that. Now, I'm still going to talk about her album because I'm building up to talk about her albums, okay? Because in my mind now, I'm saying to myself, just like her movie and music career just never matched up, right? It's never equal. It's never equal. It's not equal to me. Her movie and her music career. It's just not. It's not the same. Like, one can say that Madonna's movie and music career are the same. But I can't say that for Vanity. And then when I listen to her music, it's kind of like she's pulled in so many directions musically that it's kind of like it just nothing for me. It seems like it gels together for her. And I'm wondering if in fact she's still the powers that be. It could be her, maybe it's her management, whatever that is, who is saying, well, since Nasty Girl worked, it worked. That's how we see you. Let's keep it going. That's where the bread and butter is. You understand what I'm saying? And except for, and I don't know, I'm just this stuff, this here, let me hit my buttons because I know, so this is just alleged. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is just me, asking these questions about my R&B divas, right? So in my head, I'm saying to myself, oh, I lost my train of thought. It seems as if Vanity is in agreement with it, right? Well, I guess I'm going to sing the song Nasty Girl, and I'm going to sing these songs on this album, so on and so forth. I know what all of this is entailing, but I'm not about to be called vagina. So she done put out the music, this, that, and the other, and it is what it is. I mean, she is definitely a sex symbol. And as we would say, it sells, right? Hmm. And as I said before, except for the song Nasty Girl, I really don't hear much, any music from her again until I am, watching movies such as, The Last Dragon and Action Jackson. My two of my favorite songs by Vanity, Faraway Eyes and Undress, are definitely my favorite songs in her catalog. Hmm. Hmm. So imagine my surprise when I go into her catalog and I'm listening to her music, and I'm kind of bracing myself because I'm like, what am I going to get? Like, what am I going to get when I hear her music? You know? And I think that's a good place for us to start when we're talking about her music. So let's talk about Vanity's Six's solo album. And as I said before, I said again, when I first heard the song Nasty Girl, of course, we go to the Beverly Hills Cop movie that comes to mind. I'm not quite sure about the year, so I don't want to say the year. But I want to believe, yes, I'm sure of that. So when the song Nasty Girls come out, well, similarities. Let's talk about similarities. Another similarity that I thought about when I heard Nasty Girl, I thought about Madam X's. Madam X, if you don't remember the group Madam X, Madam X is a female group, three ladies, and that group was brought together by Bernadette Cooper of Climax, and they have a minor hit with a song called Just That Type of Girl. And so the song Nasty Girl makes me think of that, Madam X's song, Just That Type of Girl, even though Madam X song comes out years after Nasty Girl comes out. But that's just me thinking about it. And so, of course, I'm thinking about at this time, like when I hear the song Nasty Girl, I'm thinking about a whole lot. I'm thinking about, like I said, I'm thinking about Madam X and Bernadette Cooper. And then I guess a little bit of Morris Day comes to mind. And then I think about the Mary Jane Girls, right? And Prince. And it seems like this sound, right? And all these groups are all kind of connected, right? Because you have Prince and Vanity. Prince is a protege, right? Prince. Prince, his protege is Vanity. Has a song out called Nasty Girl, right? Bernadette Cooper, years later, put a group together by the name of Madam X with the song Just That Type of Girl. Sounds similar. Now, Bernadette Cooper's image, she is not Vanity per se, but she's more of Morris Day. And of course, Morris Day and Prince, they were all in the same group at one point in time, in Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So it seems like, and then you have that Rick James connection, because Rick James and Prince were, I guess you could call them rivals. And he has a group, Rick James, called the Mary Jane Girls. And so that song, Nasty Girl, could have easily been recorded by the Mary Jane Girls. You see? All this similarity. So when I think about this song, as I said, this is just my mind, how all of this stuff kind of comes together for me, right? Still a great song. And so then you get to the second song called Wet Dreams. Like, this is my first time hearing this album. And so I'm kind of bracing myself. As I said before, I don't know. I don't know what to expect at all, because this is my first time hearing this song, Wet Dreams, or any song. And I'm saying to myself, like, this is familiar. The song Wet Dreams. I said, this is Prince. Oh, this is Prince. This is definitely Prince all over again. And then you got another song called Drive Me Wild. If I listen to the album in the right order, right? The next song, track 3, will be a song called Drive Me Wild. And Drive Me Wild, in my head, I'm saying Drive Me Wild, it's all Prince. It's all Prince. And I think someone would probably say it's the vocals. The vocals on the song Drive Me Wild are limited. But I don't think so. I don't think that it's the vocals that are lacking with the song Drive Me Wild. I actually kind of like the song. I really do. Drive Me Wild. What's missing is the Vanity personality. I don't know. There's something about Vanity's personality. Maybe, that's interesting. I guess you say somebody has a certain something, a quality about herself or himself. Like Vanity, she makes this thing, whatever this thing she has, it brings certain things to life. I'll put it to you this way. And it's missing with Drive Me Wild. Nice song, but it could be better, I think, if Vanity was singing it. I'll put it to you that way. Then the next song, If a Girl's Answers Don't Hang Up. And I'm like, okay, I like this. I hear that there's that attitude again, that the personality is showing up. And if you guys recall when I did Bernadette Cooper's video, and if you haven't, go back and watch it, I was saying to myself, I'm like, okay, Bernadette Cooper, she's more Morris Day than she is Vanity. But when I listen to this album, I'm like, okay, maybe Bernadette Cooper is more Morris Day as far as her personality is concerned. You know what I'm saying? She's vain, her image. She's vain, just like Morris Day is. But there's some things that I feel like, has taken from Vanity. And this would be one of those moments where I would say, Bernadette Cooper comes to mind, okay, with the song If a Girl's Answer, Don't Hang Up. And then the next track 5, is a song called Makeup. And while Makeup is not my favorite, but it's definitely what I would consider to be like a female song. I could see females like, okay, I understand what's going on here with the song Makeup. And when I think about Bernadette Cooper in later years, Bernadette Cooper, she's vain, but she's definitely a girly girl. It's about, my hair is good to the comb. She has a song with Shirley called New Dress. I love that song, New Dress. She's definitely into her image and looking good and dressing good and all of those things. And I think, again, this is kind of like where she picks those things up. And then Beat the Beast. Definitely, we got the beat by the Go-Go's. That's just it for me. Bite the Beast, number 6 on the Vanity album, Vanity 6's album, reminds me of the Go-Go's. And then 3 times 2, I think that's the name of the song, the 7th song on the album. 3 times 2 equals 6. That song reminds me a lot of Purple Rain. I don't know, go back and listen to it, but that's definitely Purple Rain to me. Okay. So when I hear Vanity's album, the Vanity Six's album, I have to tell you guys, I like it. As embarrassing as it might sound, like for me to say that Vanity Six's album is a good album, I really do think that it's good. It's good. Like it was worth purchasing back in the day. As a matter of fact, I don't remember the numbers on that album. If anybody can tell me, I appreciate, finding out, what did it. I'm pretty sure Nasty Girl probably has to be a gold single, right? Nasty Girl just in and of itself, maybe a gold or platinum single. So if Nasty Girl, the song, it could be a gold or platinum single. I wouldn't be surprised if the album by Vanity Six, I wouldn't be surprised if that album is gold as well. I'd be surprised if it's platinum. But if they got a gold album out of it, I wouldn't be surprised at all. It really is a good album. It is. It's good. Okay. So now there we have it. We have Vanity Six. And it looks like she has a promising career, definitely a hit. She has a hit single, let's just say a hit album on her hands. The image is what it is. Everything's working for her, right? And yet some could probably criticize what she's doing. Right? I didn't necessarily get any album reviews out of this one. I don't know if I could find some album reviews as far as what people were saying about the album, as far as what they wrote about the album. I'm not sure. I looked, I'm pretty sure there's some out there. I just don't recall reading any at the time. Let's see here. Let's see this one. Vanity Six, the latest Prince creation, is a male fantasy, even if the girls did write the lyrics themselves. And Vanity's insistence on 7-inch would have made me feel insecure before I discover hormone treatments. Oh my God. I don't know what kind of review this is. But all 8 of these dumb, dancy little synth tunes get me when I let my guard down. And most of them are funny, hooky, and raunchy at the same time. So this reviewer gives it a B. And I think I would agree with that last sentence, right? He says he called them dumb. I wouldn't go so far as call the songs dumb. But dumb, dancey little synth tunes gets me, off when I let my guard down, and most of them are funny, hooky, and raunchy. Yeah, I guess that would be a good way of describing it. You definitely, if you take yourself seriously when you're listening to this album, then I would have to say, you're not going to enjoy it. I think at this moment in time, I think what you would do with the Vanity Six's album would definitely be one of those albums, as I said about the Shirley Murdoch video I did with her first album, right? And I think Vanity Six's album falls in that same category. Vanity Six's album is an album that you probably would play when you're having a party, right? Maybe when you're by yourself, possibly. But definitely when you're at a party and no one is really trying to party. You know what I'm saying? Like the intentions is just to sit back, have some drinks, whatever you want to play cards, socialize this, that, and the other. You're eating food, people are just socializing, so on and so forth, and the music is playing, right? I think that's it. Like, yeah, you know, but it's not one of those albums that you play where you want to just dance and all of that stuff. Nah, it's not one of those albums, but it's still a good album. I still like it. I don't know. I came across another review for this album. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to see if I want to read this or not. This one says The Ultimate Prince. Let me see. I'm going to read a little bit of this. This one here says The Ultimate Prince. That's the name of where I'm reading this from, the website. It says here, as it relates to Vanity Six's album. The first and only album ever recorded by Prince's girl group Vanity Six arrived in August 1982. The self-titled project was named for the band's lead singer and Prince's one-time love interest, Vanity, Denise Matthews. She was one of the most beautiful women in the world, and she had no problem letting you know that. Prince once said of the former model and singer, who also served as his muse at times. Vanity Six arrived in the midst of a flurry of creativity for Prince. That same year, he also released the Time's second album, What Time Is It?, penning and producing most of the songs for the Funk Lace project, as well as one of his star-making works, the classic double album, 1999. Stuffed in the middle of those two projects was Vanity Six, a danceable, overly sexual, sometimes ridiculously so collection of 8 songs, including the lead single, He's So Dull, a fun, classical 80s bubblegum pop track about a guy who's still living with his mama and is therefore dull. But it was the album's follow-up hit, Nasty Girl, which solidified Vanity's place on the charts and as a memorable spot on Prince's 80s canon. The synth-laced track featuring Vanity's sugar sweet vocals landed at number 1 on the U.S. dance charts, club play chart, and remains a nostalgic club and radio favorite, as well as the group's most recognizable song. The album was short, only 31 minutes long, but packed a punch, and Vanity's sensual, airy vocals coupled with Prince's heavy dance sense eventually influenced a host of pop singers looking to hone in on their sexuality while remaining mysterious. Madonna, Jodie Watley. I don't know. You can say there's a lot of divas out there like that. Prince handled all the writing and production for the project under one of his aliases, the Star Company. Hold on, you guys. With the exception of He's So Dull, which was written by Des Dickerson. Legendary producer Terry Lewis and Time guitarist Jesse Johnson also share co-writing credit on If a Girl Answers, Don't Hang Up, and Bite the Beat, respectively. The album was certified gold, in 1983. However, the success of the group was short-lived. By 1984, Vanity had left the group and Prince's organization altogether for Motown, later admitting that she wasn't entirely comfortable with some of her early imagery. Okay, there you have it. I did it because Prince told me I had to do it, she told an interviewer with Jet. If I didn't do it, I wouldn't get paid. I got into it. I wanted the old Diana Ross image. She wanted the old Diana Ross image. Prince essentially replaced Matthews with Apollonia Cotero, with the two remaining members of Vanity Six, Brenda Bennett and Susan Muncie, continuing as members of Apollonia Six, making their screen debut in the 1984 movie Purple Rain. As for Vanity Six, they may have only recorded one album together, but they left a significant imprint on Prince's 80s catalog, defined by the early playability of Nasty Girl. Interesting. Interesting. So that's how I would probably sum all of this up with Vanity. So I guess I was kind of like on the right page with this. Okay. But she wanted to look more, have more of a Diana Ross look. Hold that thought. I might be onto something with something that is coming back up. All right. So now she's gone. She's gone. And it seems as if what I was kind of leading to was kind of right and kind of wrong. Right as in, okay, Vanity didn't want to be called Virginia, right? Obviously. I said previously, it looks as if Vanity was okay with the image that she was having, before her, that was presented to her, because I mean, she did it. But according to this here interview or article, she has been quoted as saying, well, I had to do it because in order to get paid, I had to do it. So then it looks as if Vanity was not going along with the image from the very beginning. Not the name, not the image. So what we see here is Vanity saying, okay, I'll do it, but I'll do it to get paid, which now kind of makes sense. What kind of makes sense is that how quickly Vanity left Prince, right? She was like, no, which then would kind of, see, I told y'all. I like this because it seems as if I am always kind of hitting around where I need to hit around, right? Because remember what I said previously. I said, it looks like something that's not meshing well when it comes to Vanity's career. Like her movie career is not meshing well, mixing well with her music career. And then when I listen to her music, it's like it's overly sexualized. But if you can get past Vanity's overly sexualized lyrics, content, and you get down to the production, what's going on with the producers and the productions, you're saying to yourself, like, this could be good. Like, I like this production. And that's what happens with these next two albums. Because what I'm finding is that when she's presented with a not so good song, when it's a song, okay, we're not taking it too seriously. She shines. Sorry, she shines when she's presented a song where she's not taken seriously. But it seems as if in her catalog, when she's given some serious music, I'm talking about some good quality music, it seems as if everything goes flat. Check it out. Check it out for yourself and just see. But of course, I'm going to talk about it. So we have the next album, okay? Vanity 6. Now, I said I was going to do something, so let me do this real quick. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. I meant to, sometimes I get carried away. So, of course, this here is the Vanity 6's album cover, okay? That's her album cover for Vanity 6. I'm sorry, I should have had this up. And so now let's talk about her solo album. Her solo album for Drive Me Wild, all right? Now, I have to say again, I was pleasantly surprised when I listened to the first song on the album, which is a song called Flipping Out. I was like, this is good. Like I immediately liked flipping out on this album. It's a good song. I just like it. I don't know what it is about the song that I like. I mean, it's just a good dance tune to me. I like what she's saying in the song, everything. Like I said, I like Vanity's personality. It is definitely showing and shining. You remember when I was saying about the Apollonia 6 album, the song Drive Me Wild? Like, I like the song, but Vanity's personality is missing. Just like the guy just said in the commentary, like, okay, you call her vocal sweet and so on and so forth, but it's something about Vanity's personality. I don't know if she's acting. I don't know what it is, but it's very. It pulls you in. It's seductive. It's feminine. It's sweet. You know, I mean, she's just definitely very sexy and sensual. Is she trying to be? I don't know, but it just works and it seems effortlessly. You know, oh, Eartha Kitt. She's kind of like Eartha Kitt. Oh, kind of like Eartha Kitt, right? Oh, I don't know. It just, we're going to take it and run with it. But I like the song Flipping Out. It makes me think of Pebbles, Mercedes Boy. I don't know why I made that connection, if there is a connection at all. But I'm thinking about, you know, Pebbles when I'm listening to it in Mercedes Boy. And then as the song continues to play, yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking about this song could easily be something like a song that the Pointer Sisters will probably, you know, sing on a soundtrack, or El DeBarge. I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking about the Pointer Sisters or El DeBarge, but I am, you know, when I hear this song. But I love Flipping Out. Immediately, I like it, but then I go into the next track. If I listen to it in its correct order, the next song is a song called Pretty Mess, and there it is. Overly sexual. Overly sexual. You know, and it just throws me off again. You know, it's like, okay, am I going to take her seriously? Or am I going to look at her like, okay, okay, you are playing this character, you know. That's how I'm thinking about, you know, Vanity as I'm listening to the music. But then we get to the song, the next song, Samuel. And there we have it. You remember I was telling you about Madonna? So with the song Samuel, I'm thinking about Madonna. I'm thinking about Pat Benatar as I'm listening to this song. And I'm saying, I love it. So I like Flipping Out. I already like the entire Vanity 6 album, if I didn't say that. I like the entire Vanity 6 album. But for her solo album, the first solo album, I'm liking Flipping Out and I'm liking Samuel. Then I get to the fourth track, a song called Strap On Robbie Baby. I'm like, the production of this song is great. I love the production quality of this song, but I'm still like, okay, this is just too much. I'm saying to myself, like, this is too much. At this moment in time, as I'm listening to the first album, the first group album, her first solo album, ain't no name in line. I think y'all already know where I'm going, probably. I'm saying to myself, am I listening to PORN? That's what I'm thinking. I'm saying to myself, like, this is like I'm feeling like a nasty boy. I'm like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this is so dirty and nasty. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm 40 minutes into it. In my mind, I'm saying to myself, like, okay, like, just go somewhere and clean up. Clean up everything. I'm saying? I'm like, don't touch nothing. Don't touch anything. I'm sorry, that's what I was getting from Vanity. I really am. It's just overly sexualized. Then I get to the title, right, of the album called Wild Animal. And I like her vocals. They're different here. Her vocals are different. Oh, that's another thing too. Her vocals are different here, but they work. And I guess they're kind of similar to her vocal style on The Last Dragon. Right? And then the sixth, track 6, Mechanical Emotion. In my head, I'm saying this is Mars Day all day long. Mars Day. Mars Day all day long. That's how I'm thinking about her. So notice what I just said about her vocals. That's another thing I didn't think about too. So when I'm listening to her, Vanity, I'm like, okay, overly sexualized. When she's presented with inferior music, she shines. When she's presented with songs that are of quality, she doesn't shine at all. And I get the feeling that I don't know if it's the production or if it's the producers with the production, or if she's not feeling these songs. I don't know, but something just doesn't mesh well. Like there are certain tracks, certain songs that I'm saying to myself, this would be a major hit for her, but something just doesn't connect with her. And then her vocals sometimes are different. The way she approaches the song. Oh, that's it. So her approach to her music is different as well, almost in certain instances. So say, for instance, I don't know why I'm throwing this name out. I don't know why. But Anita Baker sounds like Anita Baker, right? Do you see what I'm saying? All the time. Like, I can't think of anything in her catalog where I could say that she, except for No More Tears, her first album, The Songstress. No More Tears, you would say, okay, she's really trying to be in the top tier, top register of her vocal abilities. And it works. But when you listen to her entire catalog, it's almost like saying to yourself, okay, which one do we prefer? Do we prefer her being the No More Tears vocalist? Or do we prefer her being where she is consistently throughout her catalog? And that's kind of like where Vanity is. She's like all over the place vocally. Not in a bad way, just not the same style. That's what I mean. She's just not the same vocal styles to me. So now then we get to her second solo album, okay? Now, her second solo album, I have to tell y'all something. Oh my gosh. Don't y'all just love this cover? Oh my gosh. Don't you just love this cover? Oh my gosh. When I saw this, I was like, man, this is a neat cover. Like, I'm speechless. And when I came across this cover, I don't know why. The first thing that came to my mind, two things came to my mind. And you guys probably agree or disagree with me with this cover up here. But two things came to my mind when I saw it. I thought immediately of Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams has a video called Darling I. And I don't know why I thought, okay, this is so Darling I. type of vibe with Vanity. Then I don't know why I thought of like Under the Cherry Moon with Prince. It gave me this Under the Cherry Moon vibe as well. Yes, it did. So we're talking about this album, okay? Her next album. Hold on, you guys. I'm looking at something. Okay. Now, can I go ahead on and say it? I'm going to say it. I don't have to go any further. I'm going to say it. Her second album, I love all the songs. I love the album by Vanity. That second album, I definitely enjoyed it. And what happened to hold on, you guys, I got to pull my stuff up. Just bear with me. I definitely enjoyed the second album. I did. The first song I listened to on the second album was a song called Under the Influence. I loved it. It's a great song. I like it. I do. And as I'm listening to the song Under the Influence, I'm saying to myself, this is what I'm saying to myself. I'm saying to myself, I'm like, I know the year that it came out was in 1986, obviously. You know, the song came out, and I definitely was, you know, like a little pup. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have known. But I guess I'm saying to myself, like, it's almost like you wanted her to win. And that's how I was when I was listening to it. I was like, okay, was this huge for her? Like, oh my gosh, like this is good. Like, I'm liking this. I'm digging this. You know, and I happened to stumble across the video as well. And I'm like, oh, this is straight up Prince influence. It's like, yeah, obviously she takes on this kind of Prince type vibe. Like she is almost has this Sheila E. type vibe going on with her. I don't know if they're trying to make her, you know, compete with Sheila E., you know, but I'm almost saying to myself, like, okay, I think I got this. Like I'm enjoying Under the Influence, the single. And then we get to Manhunt. And again, I'm thinking, okay, Sex Shooter, Nasty Girl with Manhunt. Then I get to the next song, Romantic Voyage. It's a slow song. And then when I'm getting into it, I'm almost saying, is this real or is this not real? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just trying, because it's a slow song. And again, I'm saying to myself, like, is this the only slow song I've heard by Vanity throughout her entire catalog? I'm like, are there other slow songs? So I'm thinking about that too, which makes me now think about how uneven her catalog is to me. Listen to the song Confidential. I like Confidential. Listen to the song Animals. It's a Prince type song. I love it. Animals makes me think of Let's Go Crazy. It's like a Let's Go Crazy type track to me. I love it. I love Skin on Skin. I love GUN Shy. I love Ouch. And In the Jungle, it's okay. In the Jungle, it's okay. I'll just say that much. I like it. It's okay. It's not my favorite song on the album, but the entire second album, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Like, great job. And then, of course, when you go into the soundtrack with songs from, as I said, Seventh Heaven, Undress, and Faraway Eyes, I love those songs as well. So I guess I would sum up Vanity's career, since I'm at the 50-minute mark with this video. I guess I sum up Vanity's career like it's a career that is definitely worth reviewing. Definitely worth reviewing. I cannot deny it. I know that it looks as if the media or critics really want to just say, she's not talented, that you know what I'm saying, these movies are not good movies, she's not a great actress. Even Vanity herself and the things that she did throughout her career, she was like, oh, I'm so over with and done with it. But what I will say, this is what I will say. I will, as far as Vanity is concerned, if I could say something, to Vanity, I would probably say something like, Vanity, I understand what happened for you to get to the point where you're saying, I'm done with Vanity. You didn't like it from the start. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a gift or talent, that people admired you for more than just flesh and blood. You understand that, you definitely left your mark in the culture, in music, in entertainment. And for most people, let's just say for the majority of people, for the public as a whole, maybe that's all that they saw, like a beautiful woman. Hey, let me see, if I can get with her, or let me see what I can do to take advantage of her. It's just all about, it's SEX, DURGS, and rock and roll. Maybe that's how, some people saw you. But for some, we really and truly enjoyed your body of work and what you were doing. So I would say hands down, it's unfortunately that she had to, like throw this up, get rid of everything concerning Vanity. I say that because her leaving that behind, how most people, I think they call it taking control of the narrative, and I think she did that. But sometimes you can take those lemons and make lemonade. Yeah. I don't know, you guys. You tell me. You tell me. I don't know. But pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised. I think Vanity would definitely fall in the category of, like I really wasn't expecting it to come out this way. I really thought at the end, when I came into this, I didn't know what to think when I came into this Vanity thing. I didn't. I didn't. I'm surprised at some of the music that I like, some of the songs that I like that she had. Definitely a talented diva. She is. I think I'm going to talk more about Vanity than I have been when it comes to my R&B divas. Her name is definitely not mentioned with the divas that I do, talk about a lot. But I can easily say, you know what? She's there. Ooh. See? Vanity and Vanessa Williams. Interesting. Very interesting. Mm-hmm. But tell me what you think. On that note, I want you to remember to put your behind where your heart desires to be. And whenever I leave my mother's presence, she always says to me, she says, baby, remember, I love you, but God loves you best. I look forward to seeing your next video. And until then, you guys know what to do. Take care of yourselves. And go out and listen to some Vanity. Tell me what you think. All right, then. See you next week.